Hey everybody, welcome. You're always welcome to this channel. My name is Kevin Cross and this is your Divine Intelligence Report. All right then, my friends, so we are using Happier Me affirmation cards. We are using the Divine Masters Oracle deck by Kyle Gray and the Gateway of Light Oracle deck by Kyle Gray. These images in both these decks come from Jennifer Hawkyard. My isms for today, for this report, is I draw upon the cosmic light of heaven and let it shine throughout my being. And so it is, so it is, so it is. Lovely shade of magenta pink to honor our Archangel Jophiel. And next one. My services are needed and will be received with gladness, with a lovely orange, the color of Archangel Gabriel. So let's start with the Happier Me affirmation cards by Ariond. You can find these on Amazon. So what does it say here? I embrace the rhythm of life and let it unfold. And then the other side is, whenever you feel overwhelmed, take 3 deep breaths and kindly repeat the affirmation. Try also looking into the mirror. I love me some mirror work. I really, really do. I learned all that from Hay House way back in the late 80s. Then I stopped it because I thought it was a little ridiculous, but it really isn't. People who've done mirror work and successfully done mirror work are able to overcome many insecurities. And I feel like that might be the divine order of the day. All right, let's get to our Divine Master who's working with us this week. And she is Green Tara. So a little bit about Green Tara. She is here for love, compassion, miracles, and healing. She brings healing light to all of us, but more importantly, infusing us with the healing light that we can give to other people. When we're working from an empty vessel, there's not much more that can get in it. So wellness is unfolding for all of us. Know that the healing is a journey. It is not a light switch that you quickly click on. Your guides, my guides, the Divine Intelligence Agency, which is source, which is where we go for all things, are basically working the plan that we're setting forth. Ooh, I'm going to get to that later. Thank you, Beatrice. Beatrice and Gertrude are my spirit guides that bring the source from the other side and almost like become this dictionary thesaurus. To me, they are my helpers. They let me understand what exactly is that meaning, because here on earth, we have a language in every single country that is produced. They have their own way of talking. There are those of us who've watched baby twins, and those baby twins have a language between each other that the parents don't quite understand. If you study animals, I've got a colony of feral cats, well actually a family of 5 that visit. Mum and dad, their 2 children and 1 stray that pops in and out. When they're talking, they don't meow and talk to each other, but they talk to their people. It's quite fascinating. So, Green Tara is one of the most beloved and respected female deities in the Buddhist tradition. I'd also want to say that transcends into Hinduism as well, which is very prevalent in East India. She's well regarded among spiritual practitioners across the world, and she's born of pure and utter compassion. So she comes to assist us all this week in moving from the feeling of suffering into the feeling of healing. Anything you've got going on, any awkwardness that's happening, you call upon Tara. There are many, many affirmations. There are many, many mantras on YouTube videos. You can search the internet and you can find these mantras that you can repeat. Having the blessing of Tara surrounding you this week, surrounding us and being with us, guided by us, is knowing the healing is not of a linear nature. It's a spiral. So right now, the spiritual energies that are surrounding all of us are creating space and pathways and doorways and portals and all of those things to move us closer to the truth, to bring us more to a wholehearted and complete sense of what's about to happen. So let's get on with our card of the day and see how all this plays out. Incidentally, We are in a number 2 day of angel numerology. That means to keep going, to have the faith, to watch your thoughts, to do not make assumptions. Don't think that because it didn't happen yesterday, next week, or the week after that, it's not going to happen. You have to have the faith that this is a process. Here we go. Beatrice, Gertrude, where are you? I see them, I feel them. And it's a bit like looking into somewhat of a mist. It sort of starts off a little bit cloudy, like morning dew, if you will, and then it clears up. And then sometimes they just instantly appear. They're still in that mode of being in what I would consider the Stargate ship, looking out through the portal and giving me a view of the future from a very lofty point. Okay, so Beatrice, why are you showing us a bit of the future and letting us know that we can all glimpse into our future just by getting quiet and meditating? So on the table, they've cleared away the tea things and they have got these cards. So they're calling us all to our divination tools. And they're suggesting, if you've got the guts, to take your cards, your oracles, your pendulums with you. Gertrude's got a pendulum and she's got her wands out. Here's a wand I picked up locally. It's rather lovely, I think. It has, well, this is not really a stone, but I think it's representative of stone. I just keep it here just because I can tap and, you know, I mean, you can find wands made out of crystals. I just happen to like that one. All right, I'm going to stop shuffling one more time. And she says, take the card off the top. Oh, hello. See, now this is what I see when I look through that window. This is what they show me. Something like this. Well, what is this place? Shambhala initiations. Retreating to recharge, trusting in the process. And this is about Dharma. Your cause, your purpose, what you're here to do. And with Tara being here, and with the ism of my services are needed will be greatly received with gladness. To me, my darlings, this is a pretty simple report for today. And the report really is about people are wanting healing. They're wanting healing from grief. They're wanting healing from disaster. They're wanting healing from their life being pulled out from underneath them. They're wanting healing from things suddenly changing. They're wanting healing from whatever it is they feel like they did or did not do, whatever went wrong, whatever went right. They are looking to be healed from it. So the Shambhala initiation is a little bit like going to the temple. Now, Archangel Zadkiel is the keeper of the violet flame, also with Archangel Jeremiah, which is the life review, and also Saint Germain. There are many, many, many realms and deities, gods and goddesses and energies that protect the violet flame. But in here, we're looking at this image and we're seeing the galactic energies of star people. And you see those rings to me represent like the radar energy that's going out from this temple. It's a big call for all of us to engage in a regular meditation practice. They are calling for us. They are asking us to tune into our own individual higher sources. You can do whatever you need to do, whether that is holding onto a crystal. Let me give you some examples of my process. My process is very, very simple. Feet flat on the floor, eyes down, mind closed off. The devices are closed down. I don't have cell phone. Well, I have one in here now, but typically when I'm going into my own source, I don't have cell phones on. TVs are off. It's pretty quiet. Now, yes, cars go by the window and they're beeping their horns. I've got a neighbour that has one of them obnoxious mufflers that makes a growling noise. That can all get tuned out. There is one place in my house that I do, which is right here, which is my sacred, solemn little temple, if you will. It's often being cleaned out, cleared out and tidied up, but that's me doing my work. So going to your Shambhala place, the Shambhala energy of your home or your house or your office or wherever that is what you need to be doing on a regular basis, so that you can get information, so that you can know what should you do about your business. Now, they can help us with all of our spiritual needs. They can help us with all of our what lessons we've gone. But at some point, we have to pull the Band-Aid off and get on with it. The fear we have in our human experience, which is all part of the ego, it comes from what we're told and what we learn. Is that we're not good enough, that people won't take us seriously, that neighbors, friends, people that have grown up and they've known us are going to chastise us and ridicule us. From someone who's been chastised and ridiculed their whole life, and by people that should know better, and by people that I thought of were those loving, kind, caring people, I can say there's nothing more, what can I say, determined. I get determined when that happens. There's something that lives inside of me that says, oh, no. It isn't that I used to think I had to prove something to people. I had to say, well, I'm going to show you. No, I don't do that. I just move on. The other part I learned from Dr. Wayne Dyer is when you've got a dream and you've got a plan and you've got an action, put it into place before it's even completed. You have to take the first step. We're taught we've got to gather everything together in a basket before we put something together. But that's not the case. Have you ever painted a room or done a painting or created something that you thought you had all the ingredients, and then you look at it and say, oh, there's something missing. There's something else I need. There's something I've got to do. Or you've got everything you could possibly need and then some, and you try to use all of it only to find out this is way too complicated. This is why you start from the base and you add your components. The Shambhala or Shambhala, depends on how you say it. Shambhala, it doesn't matter. It's also known as the city of light, and it's said to be hidden way up in the Himalayas. Now, very Tibetan. It's a esoterical retreat, an inner sanctum where you can contact with some of the greatest spiritual enlightened teachers of our time and times gone by. The divine masters that walk the earth, like Buddha, some of the Shiva, who else? You probably could go and meet with Master Jesus, Mother Mary. The Shambhala is said to be the home of God Shiva and the Buddhas, the enlightened beings. So you can visit these etherical places, and I'd say try to get something in your mind when you meditate, and simply find yourself walking through those Himalayan mountains of your mind, or walking along a river retreat and climbing the steps of the Shambhala, which is basically a temple. Connect with your hands together in prayer and imagine yourself surrounded by golden light. And you can say, great masters and elders of Shambhala, thank you for helping me remember my Dharma, so that I can have an enlightened awareness of the world. So when things quieten down, it is not a failure. When things feel stuck, it's an opportunity for you to retreat, recharge, and go back inward to what you know from your source. What I've come to know, and then I'll let you go. When I began this, I think there's been 2 or 3 different phases of this spiritual journey of mine. The first one began in the mid to late 80s when I was turned on to channeling, and I was fascinated that this gentleman could literally sit quietly, put his feet on the floor, and within no uncertain terms or time, he would become the spirit that was embodying him. It wasn't a bunch of hocus pocus nonsense. He didn't go into a room. There was not any sort of crazy cosmic thing that happened. It was simply a feeling of being in divine guidance with divine guides. I went for several personal lessons, several personal readings. Then I got the calling that this is what I was supposed to do. Fast forward, I left South Florida. I came up here. I had some physical, mental, emotional challenges. And then we were not at a time. I did some spiritual work with a good friend of mine, doing psychic fairs, etc. And I've talked about this before. But the people who were coming weren't looking for prescriptions. They weren't looking for a pathway forward. They weren't looking to enlighten themselves. They just wanted to know who they were going to marry, if they were going to meet somebody, if this, if that, if this, if that. They were looking for predictions. And I had a struggle with that because I'm really not sure psychics, fortune tellers, all those kind of folks are truly able to predict what another person is going to do. The only thing I know to do is I can see where we are and I can see where we want to go. And my job is to guide the pathway to where you want to go by showing you what's getting in the way of getting you there. And then sometimes we'll reveal that where they want to go isn't really where they want to go at all. The third phase, which is what I'm in now, happened when COVID happened. And I decided to study more about divination, card reading. I don't do much palm reading, but staring into crystal balls. I'm trying to find one here. I've got several of them that I can look into and I can get information. What I will tell you, the more I meditate, the more I go into the divination tool that connects me to the earth, the more I get into the healing aspect of it, and the clearer the pathway to information comes. So, anything you want to add, Beatrice and Gertrude? No. Okay, so Beatrice is saying practice, 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 practice. You're all listening to this and you all know this. Land on something that you know quickly tunes you into that energy, and then notice. Listen and notice, because your guides, your spiritual beings, your energies, your deities, all of these different realms are coming to us, those of us that are in physical form, to work it out and to go forward. What I want to share with you in this report, it is ongoing, and that information is almost as if you want to kind of use what is that, Rosetta Stone of spirituality to understand the messages that are coming. And to do it, you have to shut all the physical stuff out, particularly the doubts in your mind, the ego that has to go. Bye-bye. Clear, cancel, delete. The people. Any place that has this drain, it's a bit like a hole in a hose pipe, you can't find it. Those kind of things. That's all I got to say. All right, that's all they want to say. That's all they want to impart on you. Until tomorrow, big love. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for liking, subscribing. Don't forget to get in touch with me on my website, and do not forget to get in touch with email, kevincross@me.com. Bye for now. Hey everybody, we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with all your friends. Here's a QR code if you decide you'd like to get a private personal reading with me. I'm available most evenings and on the weekends. Just go over to the website, book in what session, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and then fill in the contact information and I'll be back in touch. And if you feel kind enough, here is a link to my donation button. Energy exchange of any amount is always gratefully received. Until next time, be well, be blessed, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.